if you're interested in knowing how to get started with your service-based online business and to avoid the mistakes and to work it in a proper way, whether be it your commission artwork where you are making the artwork on the basis of your client, on your client needs and demand, or whether you are doing any other type of work in different fields. So if you are interested in watching this video, keep watching this video till the end. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Pashvika. We were going to talk about the mistakes that I have done in my own service-based business, and that lead to me very demotivating, discouraging for me when I was getting started with my own service-based business. So I think these mistakes, what I have done, it would be a big help for you in knowing that you should need to avoid those mistakes, and so that it would be a better way for you to get started with your own business. So first of all guys, I just want to share my short story about it so that you will going to know what is the context behind this thing. I started with my own art in 2018, and then I started with providing my service basis on the commission artwork. I was making the artwork for the clients based on what type of demand they are. Usually I was in the realistic portrait type of work, and I made that type of work and I was making that for the clients. But then I wasn't having any experience when I was getting started with that thing, and I was just starting with Instagram, and that was my main marketing platform for getting the clients for my commission work, for my service-based work. So I was initially getting started with that only, and someone commented on my post that they want their commission work, they want some portraits to be made by me, and if I'm ready for that, then I should DM them and talk about that and all that. So I replied to that comment and replied to that person, and I was talking to that person about it, that what type of work they want and what are the details and how much time they are giving me to prepare that thing and what are the cost, price and everything related to that, because I was just starting out. I wasn't having any experience at all. I wasn't even prepared that how much I was going to charge for that work itself. So I was completely new, so I did that mistake. So I took that client and I get started with that. I just get started with the $50. I just set the rate to the $50 because I wasn't really knowing that what price should I charge for that. So first mistake that I made was that how much you should price your artwork, or how much you should price your service-based business. If you're providing the service, how much you should charge. So that was the first mistake that I have made, and so I charged it very low, and it was like a $50 for making a realistic portrait, and which took me like 10 to 12 hours to make that portrait. And in between I was sending the pictures to that client that how I'm doing it and everything related to that. And anyhow, in 10 to 12 hours I finished that artwork, and what I noticed in that I was finishing the artwork, the client was saying that send me the finished picture and then she will going to pay me the money. And I was like, no, you should send me first money and then I'm gonna send you the finished work. Then she said okay, and she sent me some amount of money, like it was something like international transactions. So I was completely new, so I wasn't knowing that how to get the money in what format, whether it be bank, direct bank transfer, or whether it would be PayPal or other type of services. I wasn't even aware of that, so I just took it from the website or something like platform was there, and she transferred the money to me and sent me the receipt of that money, that you can take the money from that person or from that company, and I'm sending that money to that company and you can take that money from that. So I didn't even took my money out of that company, out of that thing, and I sent her the artwork, the finished piece of artwork that she wanted me to draw. And the moment I sent her that piece of artwork, she blocked me, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Why she blocked me? I already gave her the artwork, she wanted it, and she said that it's nice and she liked the artwork itself, and after that she blocked me, and I was like completely blown away. What's going on? I wasn't really aware of that. So what I did, I just contacted that company from which she used to send the money to me, and when I contacted that company clearly says me that there is no transaction history on that by that person itself. She sent me the fake receipt and she sent me the fake bills that she had sent me that money, and she was faking it. And when I contacted and I sent that picture to that company regarding that receipt of the transaction, the company says that it was a fake. That person haven't sent any money to me by the transaction. like it was completely fake. That receipt was fake, that person was fake, and I didn't get any money out of it by making that commission artwork. And that was my biggest mistake that I ever made. And from then now, I decided that I need to do some things to change the ways, to change the things, to look at it, and to start it something really more into it that really helped me in building my own business. So guys, that was my story, and the lessons that I have undertaken from that story, the mistakes, was that I wasn't even knowing what is a price. So before starting up with any service-based business, whether it be the commission hour work, whether it be any type of work that you are giving on the demand of the clients, on demand of the customers, you're giving them the service, you're giving them the work that they want from you. So it's better to always decide the rate, decide the price. The one thing I want to tell you guys, before deciding any price, you can go check on the internet what are the price that people are paying for that type of work, and how much time it will going to take to prepare that thing, and what type of platform you're gonna use it. Whether if you are providing your services in the form of web designs, like you are making the website for any person, so you need to decide your price according to it, according to the time, according to demand of the market and the competition, that what other people in the same industry are selling their services at what price. It's very, very important, guys, before starting with any service-based business, because I made that mistake before starting it, and then I learned a big lesson. So that was the number one mistake that I made, and that was the mistake that usually many people like suffer a lot or make that mistake while getting started with their own online art business or online on service-based business. So that's the number one mistake. The second mistake, guys, you always need to take the payment before in hand. That if you are giving your service, suppose for the $50, okay, so you need to take the half amount of price or 75%, whatever suits to you. Take that half price or 75% of the money in beginning only, before starting to work on that project, before starting to do that service-based business. Because if anything happened, you have completed the whole work, you have completed the whole finished work, and you're providing that document to the client, and client says, I don't like it. And if they won't pay you because they don't like the final results, then it's really not beneficial. It's not worth your time. So you need to always take the money beforehand. It should be like 50 to 70 or 75%. Like you can take the 50% cost before doing that work itself, and then take the 50% after you have provided them the finished file or finished work. So that's the second thing you need to keep in mind before starting with any online service-based business. The third thing, guys, that's very, very important before starting with it, you need to have all your terms and conditions very much clear to yourself and to the client as well. It's just not that you need to work for anyone without setting the certain criteria, without setting certain things before starting it. Because if you're doing it anything like in that, and then if something happens, then you would be not getting the enough money or not getting the enough appreciation and feeling bad of yourself, feeling bad about your work, feeling discouraged. That's not the point of doing the business. You need to feel happy about it. That's why we are doing it. So that's why you need to have set the certain criteria, your target customers, guys, target clients, your ideal clients. That's really, really important, because I made that mistake while starting it. I wasn't very clear what are my ideal clients, who I'm gonna serve it, and what's the purpose behind serving and how much I can do it. So you need to decide your ideal client avatar before starting with any business. So deciding the price, deciding the how much you're gonna get beforehand, before making anything or before starting working on their project, and then your ideal client avatar. Like it should be like sequence. Initially it should be ideal client avatar, then should be the price. It can go like that only. But that's very, very essential. Like you need to decide what type of customers or what type of clients you will going to work on, because it will really going to create a big trouble if you're not clear about it, and you will land into something more like that's not ultimately not beneficial to you. And another most important thing that I made the mistake, I haven't signed any documents. I think that's very, very essential, because if you're starting with any clients, you're taking the client, you need to sign the documents with all the terms and conditions, with all the criteria that you have set with all the desired results. Like if anything happens and at the end the client says, I'm not happy with the end product or the finished product, and they would say, I won't pay you the full money, then it won't be a beneficial for you. So you need to sign the document, you need to set the criteria on that document and get it signed from your client itself, and then you sign that document as well, so that you have set the certain criteria, the standard between the two parties, and then you are working accordingly, so that if something happen, you have a safer side for yourself and you have a safer background for yourself, because you need to protect yourself in the business, and you need to give your worth, like you need to pay your worth as well, because if you're not looking out what is worthful for you or not, then it's not beneficial. So get it signed, the documents. You can use the online doc hub, there are many, in fact you can use the Google Documents as well. If you're not going for any paid program out there, you can use the Google Docs as well and get the documents signed before working on any client work. Another important thing, guys, that is the DMs. Like one thing that I have noticed, that on Instagram DMs, like if someone blocks you and you won't be able to look at their profile and all that, but they can also like unsend the messages what they have sent to you, so you don't have the message history. If that person directly unsend all the messages what they have sent you, so you don't have the proof of the things that they have said initially, and then they later on they can change their mind. So you have to have an email conversation, because professionally emails work really well apart from the DMs, apart from the Facebook Messenger and all that. So you need to have tell your client to contact you via email, so that you would having the proof that that person have contacted you via email, and then in later on down the road if something can happen, you can go and contact that person via that email. Because if someone send you the message on Instagram and when they block you and unsend all the messages that they have sent you, then you would left with no message history, no proof that that person contacted you with certain things. I hope it makes some sense, because it was really crucial, because people unsend the messages and later on you are not having any message history, any record, so that you can tell other person or you can claim it, whatever you want to do with it. So it's very essential. I hope this video is really helpful to you. Let me in the comment section below that is it really helpful to you or not, and please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and please support it. It does really favor me a lot, and it helps me a lot in making more video content, helping you guys more with my videos. So see you for the next time, guys. Take care. Bye.